Overblown hair.
Needs hot oil help.
Overstyled hair.
Needs hot oil help. 1 minute, once a week, and VO5 Hot Oil's heat-activated conditioners make hair look this lustrous.
Got overworked hair?
Get help.
Alberto VO5 Hot Oil.
Friends of Zeus podcast number 239. The future. The future. Friends of Zeus podcast number 239.
Hello. Welcome back to the Friends of Zeus podcast. This is episode 239. I don't know how many years that makes it, but it's a lot. Tonight we're going to kind of have a hodgepodge episode. I guess I can say what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about things that we're going to look back on in 10 years and feel like they were stupid, things we've done, things we, how we dress, all those things. The political climate we can get into, which we normally do anyway. And then, as I said, I want my extension to be like things we did 10 years ago that we may, or even further back that we may not do. Or feel is stupid now. Most of it has to do with fashion and hair, I think. But as Des, so you had kind of the idea. Why don't you get us started? Give us a flavor of how we're gonna.
Well, it wasn't really me. It was maybe like a collaboration, but one of the examples used when we were discussing this topic is the VO5 hair treatment. I just need to know what you did this for. Because to me, I don't think it sounds like people get hair oil. I mean, sometimes you got to put oil in that hair.
Yeah. So
it's moisturizing.
I don't know what it is.
Do you?
I mean, someone could bring it up on the internet.
I did, but it just shows me what the product is.
It was called the what's it called?
VO5
hot oil treatment. So you would put it in your hair to like moisturize your hair. And they had amazing commercials 40 years ago, 30 years ago. But I don't think it exists anymore. It's sort of like Jean Naté, that body splash. I don't think that exists anymore either.
And what was the hair, the shampoo, and so on and so on and so on?
Yeah,
you remember which one
that?
I'm talking about?
What, you tell two friends and they'll tell two friends.
I remember the ad.
I want to say it was Suave, maybe.
Do they still make Pert shampoo?
I was about to say either Prel or Pert. There was some.
Pert.
I think both of those cause AIDS, so they stopped using them.
I think you're right.
That was weird, but I don't buy my shampoo at Walmart, so I don't know.
Yeah. So these are
this sounds good. Reduces breakage, moisturizes dry and damaged hair, restores shine and softness, protects color and treated hair, smooths the scalp. How terrible is that? How come they stopped doing that?
I don't know. Well, I don't know if I've seen them in the stores, but I'm sure you can get it at the dollar store.
I mean, there's other things there's other things we can do to do exactly that. But
there's other conditioners.
What was that particular thing, and why don't they just use it anymore?
Anyway, jumping on the time bending theme here in this episode of like in the past and in the future, I always when I'm watching TV with my daughter and an advertisement comes on, we break it down, and she's very good at kind of breaking down ads. And I taught her a long time ago. I'm like, they want you to do something. They're gonna lie because they want you to do something. And the one thing that I've noticed is shampoo ads, toilet paper ads, dishwashing liquid ads, floor cleaners. They're the exact same ads that have been going on since we were little kids. Like it probably even before. It's the same ad. Like the product changes, but it's always like, I need to get my hair clean or whatever, and this is like streaky or whatever. It's the same thing again and again and again and again for decades. They just use the same selling points. Shampoo is a perfect example. I guess that's why they call them soap operas, right? Because they had advertisements during soap operas for like soap.
No, they're called sit-on-ass programming.
Oh, is that what? I don't know. But anyway, there's certain ads, and shampoos are one of them, where it's the same. They always have some lady with long, gorgeous hair, and she's like whipping it
But what else are you
around.
gonna sell in a shampoo commercial?
I'm
What
just
that's the
saying
point.
it's the same message.
I bet
It's
you in
the same
in
message.
the Cascade commercials they have a sink of dishes or
Yeah,
yeah.
or palm olive. Remember you put your fingers in the palm olive?
Well, you know what?
Yeah.
That's what it's for. You're supposed to wash the dishes. Not the
Yeah.
dish.
I mean,
Yeah,
there's
Or
not.
like
Yeah.
I love those ads though with the and it's usually for like toothpaste or mouthwash or something to cure your stomach of what's going on, or could be something with the hair where they use like a monster animation, like the animated critters are like cartoons, right?
Yes.
And then like the mouthwash comes pouring on them, and it
hmm
wipes them out, and they're like, you see like one last germ who's like in a puddle on like a nice clean tongue or something, like the pharmaceuticals use this too for whatever's ailing you. I mean, it's the cartoon monster thing
The
that
the yeah. The Mucinex ads bother
uh,
me. Like the big
Oh, they're gross.
snot guy.
yeah,
And
the
then
snot guys.
yeah, the snot guy, I mean, that's really annoying. And then the toilet paper and diaper ads that
with the
have the
bears. Oh,
mysterious blue
bears don't
liquid,
wipe their butt.
or they have like they put this like blue stuff on your skin, like this one wipes clean. I'm like, why am I watching this? Toilet paper ads. I mean, seriously, do we need toilet paper ads? I mean, who is like, you know what? I think I'm gonna start buying toilet paper. Like, who is
Yeah.
that person out there? Like, who's not
Who
buying
is the
toilet
person in the
paper?
toilet paper aisle? Like, I think I saw a commercial for the Charmin.
Yeah, and
Need
it
to try
really
that.
wipes my butt more
The thing
The
than,
only
about
time I've been influenced by a product, this is toilet paper wise, is I
yeah.
went to somebody, this is recent. I was at somebody's house and their toilet paper, they got the good Charmin, like the best quality
Mm.
Charmin. And instead of it tearing straight across, it tears in a wiggle.
Does that work? I saw
That
the ad for
I
that.
don't know. I don't even know. It's cool.
the
Yeah.
thing
I
that
like it. It feels good. I'm a tushy. So
It's
I bought that
See,
kind.
wait, I remember back when we were kids, and you
Nothing to
had
do with
like
the ad.
you had the pervy guy, don't squeeze the
don't
Charmin,
squeeze the Sherman.
yes.
and he would just
Mr.
like,
Whipple.
yeah,
Mr.
Mr. Whipple
Whipple.
would sit there and squeeze it in the aisle.
Wasn't he
Yeah.
also the Dunkin' Donuts guy trying
Yeah,
to
I think
make
so.
Actually,
donuts?
no, I don't think Mr. Whipple squeezed it. I think he would tell other people not to.
He was
Oh, you're
squeeze
right.
resistant.
Yeah,
You're
he
right.
He was
people would
resisting.
be like squeezing
You
it
guys
and he'd
get
be
that?
like, "Don't squeeze the Charmin."
Oh, you're right. Yeah, he was like the toilet paper Nazi. He would just come and take it away.
Yeah.
Well, I had
So
a mental
my
breakdown in a toilet paper aisle one
wait,
time,
I,
and it was not
What
good.
I got to
what
talk
happened?
about.
Well, yeah, real
I
quick. I want to hear about Desiree's
okay, so as a
mental
Target,
breakdown in the toilet paper aisle.
there I need the older I get,
She told
I need
somebody that she
like
hoped they died of cancer.
no. I need like three options. Okay. I think it's be
Cancer.
honestly, I think it's because that I have decision fatigue, like for the work environment. I'm constantly just making decisions. So I don't really I need a very easy decision. So when I go to the toilet to Target and I stand in the toilet paper aisle, the whole fucking aisle is toilet paper and there are so many options. And
Yeah.
I just got like overwhelmed or something and I was like, I don't even know which one to choose. I don't even know how much I need. Like, it was bad. I was
Yeah.
like, I need to go to sleep or something. I don't know.
I
So
don't have an opinion about toilet paper until I'm in like at my office. They have the worst toilet paper
I always
ever.
have
Like
the worst toilet
I
paper.
don't care about toilet
it's like
paper and
Russian toilet paper with matchbooks
until
in it.
it's horrible. Yeah, it's like cardboard, man. It's like what is going on here?
So
I don't know.
my toilet paper story is the one commercial that makes me crack up every time I see it is these ones with the bears. Because
Yes.
every time I see them, I think of that old joke. And if you haven't heard it, then this should be pretty funny. If you have, then you've heard it. But there's a joke about there's a bear in the woods and he's taking a shit, and a rabbit walks up and he's
Yeah.
like, "You have a problem with shit sticking to your fur?" And the rabbit's like, "No." So the bear picks him up and wipes his ass with him. And every time I see these commercials, I think of that joke. I know.
Well, I almost wonder if like when people ask you a question and the answer is yes, it's almost an obvious yes, but like for example, hey, you're at a restaurant. Hey, you want another beer? And then the reply is, does a bear shit in the woods? And
Yeah.
the answer
Yeah.
is yes. So then you just roll your eyes and like, okay, fine. I wonder if Charmin used that mentality to make their fucking
Oh.
characters.
I always thought that's what it was about. Yeah.
Hmm.
Wow. I never put that together.
I'm just waiting for when censorship dies and a rabbit comes hopping up to the bear. Come on, man. That's a
Anyway,
funny.
commercials. Those are going to be obsolete in 10 years, I swear.
Yeah, they kind of are getting to that
I
point
know,
now.
honestly, I don't really watch TV.
Yeah.
In any type
Yeah.
of streaming service that I pay for, Netflix, Hulu,
They
whatever,
all have ads.
even now up to including YouTube, I'm pay listen, that's the best 14.99 I've spent is not to have YouTube ads. The best because
Yeah.
like I'm not listening to ads.
Yeah. I think that
Yeah.
may be worth it. I've never been like that, but now it's like even
There's
like
so many.
well,
Jesus.
we have Netflix and we didn't have ads. And then we didn't change anything. But all of a sudden they
Boom,
created
ads.
like another level where it's like
Hmm.
and we didn't change. So now we have ads. And I'm like, and Disney's the same way.
All of them.
And I'm
See,
like, what the hell is that about?
I think I'm
Yeah. You got to
grandfathered with
pay extra.
Netflix because I've been with Netflix like from go, like getting the DVDs in the mail,
Yeah,
all that
same.
stuff.
Yeah, so is everyone.
So, but I don't get ads on Netflix.
I
I
don't
get
get
them on
ads on
Amazon.
Netflix. I don't get them on Netflix either. I get them
So,
on YouTube. I get them on YouTube for sure, like a bunch.
Maybe actually maybe I don't know if Netflix. I was just using that as an example because
No,
again, if there's an option to get the premium version, I'm getting that one
I
because
pay
I'm
like the
never.
$7.99 Netflix, so I get ads.
I think I have
it,
like 7 Netflix accounts.
it pisses me off with Amazon because like I have Amazon Prime, which I think most people do anymore.
Yeah, yeah, of
And
Yeah.
I
course.
feel like if you're paying for all, I mean, you get a lot, but ads in the fucking movie, it
No,
just
see, wait a minute. I don't get ads during an Amazon Prime movie. Maybe in the
I
very
don't think so.
beginning, but it's skippable.
see the cool one is I want to say
Tube,
it's Paramount. Paramount says, okay, here's this movie. We're going to give you 2 minutes of ads at the beginning, and then
That's
these ads
reasonable.
sponsor
I
your
thought
non.
I thought Prime did that too. If
I'm
anything,
not doing it. I'm not even doing those ads. No.
Yeah.
you hit
I
Like
can't
skip.
have ads during a
It
movie.
doesn't
That's
bother me. I go take a
unacceptable.
leak or whatever. I
The only
find
time if I break down and I want to watch something that's only on Tubi and I'm being cheap and I don't want to rent it on Prime, then I'll deal with the because Tubi throws it's like watching TV back in the day. Like they'll rotate in commercials. And there's nothing you can do about it. Like you got to sit through a minute of ads.
You know what I
But
think is going to be something that's gone in the near future in 10 years that we deal with now that and people are going to be like, why'd we do that? Is all these streaming services. I think it's
you
going to
think?
consolidate
Hmm.
or it's going to
So
because
then
it's
go back to
annoying.
like cable.
It may still be
I mean,
streaming, but I think it's going to be like, look, it's instead of having HBO and NBC and History Channel, it's going to be Netflix, Disney, Hulu, and you're just going to pay
well that
one
that
that's
that's
fee
kind
already
of what it is.
and you're going to
You
get
Disney
all of
already
them.
does that. Disney gives you
But
like
what I'm saying is you're not going
ESPN.
to have everything a la carte. Everyone wanted everything a la carte, and the a la carte model is just a pain in the
Well, you
ass.
can
mm,
buy you Hulu has a lot of, like
couple
True
packages.
TV and like, whatever the hell, like the littler ones, like Discovery Plus is a good
Yeah,
example.
but
They
you
have
know
like a
what's
lot of
the
different ones.
interesting thing
Yeah,
about that is I think sometimes we click yes too fast, and we're probably getting something on one that we already have on another.
yeah.
Hmm.
Do you think
I've
cable
actually
TV will
wanted to
be
do that. I
gone?
think it's called like Rocket Money, where they go and they search out all the subscriptions you have.
Yeah, totally
And
worth it.
Yeah, I
I think
needed.
I
Well,
might
I
do
used to
it.
do Rocket Money back in the day when it was really only $1, but now
Hmm.
I don't
I
care.
don't know if
But
it's Rocket Money, but it's something like
Yeah,
that, and it
no,
and it and it tells you all the subscriptions you have and kind of narrows it down. And then I'm going to get rid of a few things. Like I have a lot of them, but it's one of my things that I do. It's like, my hobby is I'm a cinephile. I love movies, TV, all that
yeah.
stuff.
And you can get rid of
do you guys even have cable anymore?
so we
I do,
do,
but yeah,
No,
but it's
I don't either.
leaving.
I don't know
Yeah.
why.
yeah, I don't have cable. I just have the streaming.
It's
Yeah.
gonna be going. Yeah, there was someone had it. My mother-in-law had it, and I don't think we're gonna have it anymore. Because I mean, it's
You
good
get
for sports, but
But
meh,
even that, you know what I've
you can
got?
there's
yeah,
And
but Mike, you can do that with Hulu now. Like Des said, you can get live
exactly,
TV through
well,
Hulu.
exactly.
here's the real deal. If you get yourself a VPN, they're in a Amazon Fire Stick. You have to have the VPN, but there's this thing called Steamio, and you can watch everything. TV shows, any movies that are out, but you have to get the VPN. If you want to know how to do it, I can get my sister in contact with you. But it's literally like I was watching 28 years later, like 3 weeks after it came out of theater in high definition. There's a
Is it
little bit of
legal?
Yeah, well, that's because have
That's
you ever heard of the
illegal.
Pirate Bay?
yeah,
Yeah.
Oh,
this is pretty much where it
I
comes
know
from.
Pirate Bay. There's
Torrents.
another
Yeah.
one called. There's one. Well, I shouldn't even say because we're going to air this on YouTube. So I'm not going to say anything. I know nothing.
I don't know anything.
No,
We'll call it LimeWire.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's very much like that.
I've heard of
I
that
mean, I
too.
heard from my sister giving it to my neighbor, who I will not name.
Well, I mean, so we had this one called Tivi Mate, Tivi Mate, Tivi Mate.
Hmm.
And it's you can watch any local channel from anywhere in the US. So like
Oh,
I can go and watch some shit from Baltimore some Baltimore Maryland news if I wanted to, or
Nice
like
one.
whatever
Yeah.
or I don't know why. I think Craig likes it for like the whatever the news channels are like the I don't know. I don't know. I think it's
It's it would be
but
cool because like when there's a news story from like Peoria, it's like you get the local news is the best if you
yeah,
want actual
that is
news.
true.
So you could like tune in to Peoria,
Well, there's also like
news if you wanted.
Slingbox. Have you heard of Slingbox? You can watch like
Yeah.
local TV in Japan on that.
So what's something
Our
so
contention for not get for we had a battle not a battle but like a personal battle with getting rid of cable in the beginning when all these streaming services came out because we really like we are where I live we actually need local like channels for like weather coverage.
tornadoes?
hmm.
So that's where we were like, well, we
Haters.
really shouldn't
Naders.
get rid of the cable. Da, 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 da. We can get the basic cable. But even then, like, then we got this bright idea. Let's just get a fucking antenna. So,
Yeah.
like, we have that. We can get like channel 3
Yeah,
or whatever the news channels are.
they
But
still
even
have over
then,
the air. Yeah.
YouTube weather people are fucking better than the local ones half the time.
You
Really?
know,
So
it's
whatever.
so you have like the digital antenna, the analog antenna thing.
Yeah.
The funny thing is the channels are fucking whacked. Like there's some weird.
Well, every channel has three channels. Like if you have a local station, they usually have like the main one and then
Mhm.
like
Like
two additional ones.
3.2 or something. We just
Yeah.
watch,
But
we
and
literally
the
watch
cool
one
now
thing if we ever use it.
the cool thing about those is you'll get like old Andy Griffith episodes. Every once in a while you just taking a stroll down memory lane because those are those shows and stuff that they're paying very little for, so they
Me
can air them
TV,
on there.
man. Do you guys have Me TV? That's like the best station. It's
What's
all
that?
just
Yeah,
it's all
yeah,
like Andy Griffith and uh the you
Gomer
know
Pyle.
old westerns.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mash.
My mom's got that. They show all these
We
old
got
shows. It's awesome.
the
MASH.
we have this
MASH.
channel called the Cat Channel, and
Oh.
it's just cats, and sometimes there's birds, and sometimes there's like just fish, and it's designed to for you to put on your TV when you're not home, and your cat just watches it
Oh,
TV.
that's amazing. I've seen
I'm
those
sure they
where
got a dog channel. I don't know,
like the birds eating out of like a bird feeder
or they're
or
just
the
eating worms or something.
fireplace. How about like now we're getting to the holidays. I
The
am
Yule
a
log.
I am a connoisseur of fireplace TV. Like I
Yeah.
know I can tell when they're repeating. I know the ones that are legit where they will like go for 3 hours and it's an actual fire that someone's actually putting
Mike's
wood
like,
on.
that's AI generated.
Well, they have ones that like they loop every 30 seconds, and I'm like, I've seen that flame before. This is BS. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, man, the Yule log channels. And there's like it used to be like one or two, and now there's like 500 of
Well,
them.
that's like you just get on YouTube and you're like fire burning, and then you just put it on
Yeah.
your TV.
There was
So
one actually, and I think Netflix had it, maybe Prime had it over the last few years, and they have it's not a Yule log, but they have other ones, and one is a gingerbread house that's set up on a table in the foreground, and then there's like a punch bowl, and it's this table, and it's the sounds of like a social gathering, like a
mm,
party in the
hmm
background, and people just come up and like take a piece off of the gingerbread house once in a while, and it goes on for like 2 hours. And by the
what
Jeez.
end of it, like the gingerbread house is like decimated, and people are like dipping stuff out of the punch bowl and
what's the
talking
point
to
of
each other.
that?
It's just supposed to be like
It's to
something you
keep
put
Mike
on.
entertained. That's what the point
It's
is.
just to have something on the TV. I don't even know, but
Weird.
it's pretty funny. It's
It
pretty
seems like
cool.
just things to watch when you're high.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
See, if I was
Mhm.
gonna pick a channel
I
that I
mean,
could
if
make,
that's what you're
it would
into.
And
have to
if
be
that's what
like
you're into.
if I was gonna pick one, it would have to be like Mutual of Omaha level cheetahs attacking antelopes. Like just I just got rage.
No, those videos are cool.
So what? Here's one thing. Landline, like here's an example. Like when we were
Oh,
talking
good
about
one,
this
landline.
episode, landlines,
Yeah, set
right?
it up.
So yeah, so that used to be around, and now like almost no one has landlines anymore. I
Mhm.
think cable, like what we know is cable coming through a coax
Cable
cable
doesn't
into your
exist
house
anymore.
Yes.
is going to be gone if it's not
Cable is
already
Well,
gone.
gone.
think about the evolution of stuff. So it's telephones. Okay, so we used to have. I'm just going back to what I can remember. Maybe you
Yeah,
guys can remember further, but we had like Southwestern Bell,
yeah,
and that was like the telephone company, and you had
Ah,
telephone.
Bill.
Everyone had a telephone.
yeah,
Okay, now then it went to everyone had a cell phone, but maybe you sometimes you would have a landline for reasons of I don't know because your security system somehow was part of
Or
it,
because
or
we were
like your
fooled into
internet,
thinking
or
they were
like
necessary.
yeah,
but
They're
there are
not.
some people that had like a reason that they wanted to have it. It probably one of those I can't like in a um what's the word I'm looking for? Like an attachment issue, but it's like you can't really get rid of it. You can't get rid of the thing. You
Yeah.
don't need the thing. But now like yeah, no one even talks about getting a landline. Like what the fuck?
Yeah,
I
no,
have
they
a
kind of and they were still clinging to that. Like I know for a fact, like my mom. Do you guys remember? Maybe your cable companies did, but hers offered like the triple package,
Oh,
Yes.
of
and it
course.
Yes.
was and you would get cable TV, a landline, and then Wi-Fi in your house. All, but they would convince you that you needed to have all three,
Yeah, the
and then
Cox bundle.
and the monthly bill was like $300 or something. And then like people started to figure it out. Like, okay, I don't need my landline. I don't need cable. Get rid of this. I just want Wi-Fi.
yeah,
And
yeah.
and then that
I'm
started to
even,
phase out. But there's still old people in this country, I guarantee it, who still have the triple package and they're paying like three
you
hundred
know,
dollars a month.
here's the thing. I'm even thinking that it's going to get even more narrowed because I got my oldest son. He bought himself. I'll give him credit for this. He bought himself an iPhone, and I'm not putting him on my Verizon plan because it's a night. I know he'd use too much data or something where I get charged more. But I
But
got
it's
him
all
Mint
unlimited.
Mobile. What?
It's all unlimited anymore.
No, but I got him Mint Mobile. That's
Hmm.
like $15 a month,
Hmm.
and it's unlimited everything, and he has had no issues.
Wow,
I'm
that's
thinking
interesting.
I may go from my Verizon
Yeah,
to Mint
same.
Mobile.
Well, hold
Yeah,
on
Because
though. Let me just put this out there. There's reasons that you have AT&T or whatever Verizon, whatever it is. I have AT&T, but there is benefits to it that you won't have if you have Mint Mobile, Cricket, whatever it's called. And this is it is the price of the cell phone
mm,
but that's not the
because
problem with Mint. Mint has cheap, good new phones like
like how
iPhone
much
16, like free with like they're competitive.
they're just giving you a free
And
phone.
Ryan Reynolds is a darn likable guy.
Hold on,
Uh,
no, they're giving you a free phone.
wait,
I don't know about free phones, but they have a wealth of phones that you can pick from, and current phones. It doesn't seem expensive, and like I said, but $15 a month. If you're buying that $1,000 phone on a plan, it's still cheaper than
Hmm.
$120 a month
thousand
and
dollar
buying that
phone.
phone.
Isn't
Yeah,
that
but
crazy?
that's the thing. It might be okay right now because you got the phone and then he has the phone. Wait until he wants the next phone. That's when it becomes the problem. And that's why I love AT&T because I don't have to worry about it. Like I'll have my phone for a couple years and by the time that this new shit's out that I want or think I need, then I'm gonna just give you my old phone back and you can just give me that other phone.
Yeah,
I'll
that's
just
what I
trade it
do
in.
too. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but you can't
I'll
that Mint
bet.
Mobile does not have that. I guarantee it because I just guarantee it.
They couldn't make it
Yeah, but
work.
still $15 a month. I'm paying like 200 for all the phones in my
I
house.
pay like the Verizon bill is over 400 for me.
God.
I
Jesus
just got
Christ,
we
that's New
went
York prices.
I
No,
had
it's six people's phones.
oh yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's actually kind of cheap then,
We
I
just
guess.
went to I had AT&T and we
Hmm.
just switched like 3 weeks ago to T-Mobile. and I got a 17. It's the first time I've ever had a new phone, like the latest phone. I've never had the latest phone,
I
but
always get the latest. I'm such
it's
a
like
sucker.
for two lines, it's like $90 a
That's
month
good.
or something. I mean, and the coverage is
Yeah,
perfect.
but
Like I haven't had
again,
any issues.
Yeah, I
but
want to
Yeah,
again,
and
switch
I
to T-Mobile.
and
$17 a
Zeus
month.
like yeah, maybe like it's Mint Mobile's good for him because he ain't going anywhere but like in the same city y'all live. But I mean, has he ever gone to the fucking
Well,
remote mountain
Well,
range
you
and
see,
like
yeah.
that's the
and
thing. The thing about Mint Mobile is they're on T-Mobile's network, and T-Mobile, say what you will about them, they have the strongest, they have the most coverage in the US, even over Verizon, over everybody else. So I don't know.
If you live in like DC or Wichita or New York, like coverage is not an issue. Like if you live
yeah,
in
Right.
a
they're
metropolitan area,
hmm
it's when you go out into the hinterlands where the real Americans live, and that's where you start having coverage that is
The other
can
thing
be
I love about
crappy.
AT&T is the international plan. Like you don't have to I travel international quite I mean, pretty often,
Hmm.
at least a couple times a year, and all you do is like you whenever you touch down and let's say I touched well, first of all, Mexico and Canada are they consider that all the same.
That's all
That's not
America,
different.
man. That's all America.
But as
Cool.
soon as you touch down in Bahamas or like, whatever the
That's
fuck
America too.
island it is, no,
Yeah.
that ain't America, that's Bahamas. They're like, "Oh, we see that you're in wherever the fuck country you're in. Um, to activate international plan, all you basically do is use your phone, and then it'll activate it for
Yeah.
7 days, and it's like it's great. I don't
How
have to
many
worry
Yeah.
about it.
calls did you make when you were in these foreign countries?
I have made a couple calls, texting. I got to get a hold of my husband or
DoorDash.
my son or not DoorDash, but
Do they have
it's
Well,
nice.
DoorDash in Mexico?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, I'm just curious. I think they
I
would.
don't know. I never tried.
Well, here's the thing.
They
When
call
we
it
talk,
auto rapido.
You think
well,
when
no,
we,
DoorDash
they
is
don't,
gonna look
Mike. They don't because
crazy?
all the drivers are here.
yeah,
Or in America.
I'm gonna go to Mexico to be a DoorDash driver. But here's the thing. When we talked about this, when I just found out we were doing this episode like 10 seconds before we started,
Hmm.
the first thing I wrote when we were, because I was thinking of things that we take for granted now that'll be gone in 10 years. I think it is gonna be cell phones.
Well, I was thinking that too.
I think it's gonna be either a watch,
Neuralink.
an implant, a
Yeah.
Neuralink, a wearable glasses. It's going to be something, but it's not going to be this. This is going to be, people are going to look back at these things like we look at iPods now.
Like y'all
I'll
walked
tell
around with a
you.
brick connected to the
The
side of your face.
brick. Yeah,
I'll tell
man.
you.
Like,
Yeah.
So I got like a gift card for my
I'm at the
birthday,
beach.
right?
mhm.
And the glasses that are coming out now with like your microphone, and you can get the Meta Ray-Bans, and they actually have a display inside the
Yeah.
lens.
Mhm.
It's all going
And
into
I'm
your body.
tempted, and I feel like that's where it's going to go. Where everybody's going to be instead of holding these up to our phone, up to our ears, you're going to be like looking at it because they're tuned into your eye. Like even if you have eye problems, you can adjust it. It's
Dude,
enticing.
You can
these
get
But
them
you know what I think is
prescription.
really going to be the thing? And I am leaning on Rogan, knowing what he's talking about. He could be in nonsense, but first of all, Neuralink. I
Yeah, that's what
mean,
we're gonna do.
that thing, and they've got
that scares
people
the
that are
shit out of
now
me.
attaching this thing to their head, and they're reading minds. They're like speaking. They're not saying anything, and they're having a conversation with these things on their head. It's in its base level, but with AI coming out and how
It
fast things happen now, I think in 10 years, yeah, the phone is going to be a paperweight.
the thing
It's
is
going to
about
have no
humans,
purpose.
the thing about humans is we are so self-destructive. I mean, with technology and Neuralink and all this stuff, it's like everyone's just like chugging like a fifth of Jägermeister and like getting on a rocket and like just flying headfirst into a brick wall. Like that's what we're doing because we're like, Neuralink, fantastic. Hook that up to my brain. Just I don't it's freaking frightening to me. And the thing
Here's
is, there's always a younger generation that's going to be like, sign me up. Like,
Yeah,
even if
that's
I
right.
think Neuralink is completely stupid, like the 18-year-olds today are gonna be like, sounds good. And then
Yeah.
I'm
give
not
me the
sure I wouldn't do it.
Jägermeister. Let me just smash my head into a
Yeah,
wall.
look, well, think about it. As just as our generation, whether it's the three of us as Gen X or Des, in the next generation,
He's
like
honorary Gen
we're
X.
we're gonna be we're gonna be like the last of like the Mohicans, man. Like, I mean, just the shit that we've seen, the shit that we've done, it's
Yeah.
all gone out the window. For like you said, for every new generation that's born with this stuff already there, they've already missed out on so much that we experienced. And I think, like I've said it before in this podcast, they want us stoned, they want us poor, they want us isolated and entertained. And that's where we're going.
Yeah.
Like we're
Yeah.
going there at the
You know what? We're
speed of
becoming
light.
Wall-E.
And then once you add like the
Wowie.
once you add like the sex robots, forget it. It's over. It's
You know what?
completely over.
I know this may be a tangent, and I know we don't like doing tangents,
We don't do
but
tangents,
Jack,
Mike.
No.
to pick up on what you're saying, because I've thought the same thing, but I just want to get your opinion, or everyone's opinion, but Jack brought
Right.
it up. So what's the end game? Because I would agree, like you won't own anything, you don't have to work,
You
and
don't even have to go to school if you got a fucking
you'll
Neuralink.
be
It'll
paid.
be a
Like, and
sedated.
but
It'll be a
here's the thing.
sedated workforce.
But if you're
A
but if you're in control, like if you're Soros or Buffett or whatever, and you're master of the universe,
Yeah, the
right?
Davos people.
Gavin Newsom, whatever. What's the point? Why not just kill everybody? Like why do they want everyone docile? Like why even have it? Is it just the workforce? Like is
I think
everyone
it's a power thing.
but you don't even
Yeah, it's
need
power.
I
it's just
think that they
power?
want
What's the end
their
game?
desire is to rule society, to have complete control, people at their whim, and like I said, like a hypnotized workforce.
I don't think
Okay,
it's
maybe
ever
you
gonna
don't.
get that bad.
I don't know. I
I
don't
don't
know.
We're
know.
I mean,
already
that's
kind of
very
getting there.
conspiratorial, but let's go dystopian future. I don't think a dystopian future is going to be Road Warrior Mad Max. I think it's going to be more like if you guys have ever seen a movie called Equilibrium, that's exactly what I think it'll be like. Where like we're all getting Prozac in the water and we just do as we're told, and
Yeah.
everything's right. And we have this
I think we should put
semblance
Prozac in the water.
we have this like semblance of peace and equity and all these things. Another movie that you can watch is called Harrison Bergeron. It's going to be this thing where we're all equal, but we're not equal. We're just the people that are smarter are subdued, the people that are dumber are brought up, and everybody's kind of in this middle place and what they'll do is they'll say, "Oh, well, you're not smart enough, but we gave you this thing to amp up your thought process or give you Neuralink, and since you didn't do what we said, well, we're going to cut off your Neuralink, and you're not going to be able to communicate because you haven't talked to somebody in 6 years." That's very extreme, but is it? You know what I mean?
I
Yeah, no,
Maybe
if they
they're
have if
going.
they
I
can
mean,
if
right
they
now
if
I can
look,
get a video.
if they feed us the technology and they control the technology, then Zeus, you're absolutely right. They can cut you off.
I mean, like, you know how you have those thermostats? I don't know if you guys have these, but like they're thermostats that you get from I don't know, the or the whatever electric company.
Utility
Oh, the
company,
ones
right?
that shut
Yeah.
it off in the
And
middle
they
of the
shut
day.
it. Yeah, you basically
yeah.
have no control over your fucking
Yeah,
thermostat.
they came out with that. I was still living in Baltimore when they
I
came
don't
out
have
with
that.
that. And
And
I
they're
was
like,
like,
"Oh, what's gonna listen,
I was
we're
like
Mirko was
we
getting me.
hard no. Like I was
was
like
like
hard
first of all, how do you
no.
know when I'm home and not home? And how do you know
It
like
fluctuates based on
They
what the
don't
grid is
care.
saying or what the demand is. But the whole thing is, it's like if you evaluate, here's the thing that a lot of people don't think about. So, and this is a great example, Desiree. So it's like the utility company was like, look, we will put this thing on your meter and we will be able to do basically a brownout. Like we'll not blackout, but we will reduce the amount of power going to your house. So we'll be able to shut off your air conditioning for 4 hours a day or whatever. And people are like, 4 hours a day? Well, I'm at work 8 hours. Okay, that sounds reasonable. And what they don't
Mhm.
realize is the specifications will change. Like once you make the agreement, and you sign off and you're like, okay, utility, you can control my air conditioning. 5 years from now, it's not going to be 4 hours a day. It's going to be 6 hours a day or 8 hours a day. Or we're just not giving you electricity today because we need it for something else
Yeah, no.
or
That
See,
is
and
whatever.
the
see, that's where
dystopian future
that's
that I
why,
see.
okay, but this is why I don't think we're gonna get to a dystopian future because of the thermostat theory. There are some people out there that are like, yeah, I don't care, whatever. I'm usually not that hot, or I live in a place where it's not that, whatever. Really, but most people are like, the fuck you aren't gonna control my air conditioner because what if
Yeah.
I'm hot?
I don't even like people in my family having access to the thermostat, much less giving people at the utility access to my thermostat.
I don't even like turning the GPS on my like the location on my phone because I don't need to
Yeah.
know like what. No,
Well, remember
like
Tom on the
get out of here.
Halloween episode, he had the anti-facial recognition makeup on. I mean, I think
He
that's
He's such a
coming.
nerd.
yeah, no, he wears that all the time.
He wear
But that's what I'm getting at. Like, eventually, people are gonna be like, "Okay, this is dumb. We don't need all like this is not." I don't know
I
how long.
do.
Anyway,
Yeah,
I
but
do
again, but
think
as
let's
new generations are born, you know what I mean? Like they're going to get used to it. Plus, eventually, when the people are so powerless and hooked on these utilities that we are already used to, they can do whatever they want. They'll just
that's
do it.
my
let
concern.
me say I
well
just gotta
let's
say that, and I know
Be
Desiree
right
wants
back,
to
guys.
bring it back, and I do too, but I gotta say this one thing, just as from some perspective, and we've talked about this on like 100 episodes ago, just about humanity and like what was it you, Jack, that said like as new generations come on, like their baseline is different than what our baseline is. So something that seems extreme to us is not extreme to them. So like people being born today, when they grow up, they're going to be having like the VR glasses and all that stuff.
Yeah,
So a Neuralink doesn't seem that big of a leap. For us,
right.
it seems like a huge leap. But when you look at like how we are advancing and the speed of it, I'm wondering if there is a point where our animal side rebels against that, right? Like,
Yeah.
and I don't know if we will get to that. I don't know. I mean, are we
Yeah,
just
yeah,
gonna
Mike, I thought that too because like as this transition's occurring and people like us are still around, like will things start to like let's think about like the economy right now for young people, how they can't get a house and they a lot of them aren't even getting starting families because they can't imagine being able to afford it. Like, will there be blowback at some point? Will there be, like you said, the animal instinct, or let's just call it revolution?
hmm
Will
hmm
they? Will people? Will things get so bleak that despite all the toys and baubles of technology, that people are like, look, my life sucks. I'm not buying into this. We demand change.
well there
I mean,
there
because part of Trump winning was, take America back. Like we want manufacturing back. We want the borders closed. We want America to be America again.
yeah.
And that happened, right? So there was that sort of lust for this country to be like it used to be. And maybe that was just a lot of voters our age and older, you know what I mean? Maybe that was, but there was a lot of the young votes skewing, at least among males. The demographic of like 18 to 40 among males took a hard turn in Trump's, I think it was a 9 point switch. So maybe there is still some, I don't know, this,
Desire.
yeah, movement, desire,
Well,
reaction to everything that's happening. So maybe there will be something to stop this train before
well,
it does crash into that wall, and then there's no going back.
well,
I'm almost rooting for the revolution at this point.
at
Like
that
I
at
want to
that
see
point,
us,
yeah.
yeah,
Are you? Because I
Well,
think it's going to happen in New York first.
Well, one real quick, just to because this was the second part of the point I was making too, is we look at like technology from when you view the world, you view it, you have to view it from your own perspective, right? And even though it's like, oh, we're Gen X and these kids today, they don't know, it's like we're we're the dumb kids for people that were born in the 40s and the 20s and the
Right.
1800s, right? So we're all dumb kids. But the thing is, human beings as a species, if you just look back, you don't have to go back like 200 years, maybe 300 years. When Desiree was talking about like YouTube weather is really good, people used to be, and we've said this before, people 300 years ago, people could go outside and look at the sky and know what the weather was going to be. They could go outside, go into the woods and forage, and they knew what plants they could eat. They knew what plants would make them sick. They knew what plants would help them with their tummy ache. They knew all that. They knew how to track prey like animals. They could hunt. They could do all these things. They were connected. They touched grass. They understood tides. They knew when the fish were going to bite if they went all this stuff that is gone. Like I'm saying they grew up just knowing it. They almost didn't even have to learn it. It was just part of being human in the environment. And there's so much of that stuff. Like I'm just scratching the surface.
Like,
That's gone. Like we just don't have it anymore.
I
So
don't think it's gone. I just think there's less people living in those environments.
there's
how
less
about
people
this?
living in that environment, but what I'm saying is it's trending. So when we look at something to say like, man, kids today, they're going to get Neuralink and we used to just be able to like use a phone on the wall. And now everyone has to have a cell phone. Like we're already in the final chapters or in the later chapters
Yeah.
because we've already lost. If you look at the 300-year perspective, or even 400, we've already lost so much about what it means to be a human being on this planet and like what we're capable of doing, walking around without shoes. I have the worst sissy feet in the world. Like if I walk outside without shoes, I'm like, ow, ow, ow. Like there's people that, never wore shoes. There's people that never got more than 100 miles from their house their entire lives. Desiree talks about flying around the world. I mean, it is in a very short amount of time, we
Did
as a species have gone through tremendous change that I don't think we've even come to terms with yet.
did you know it's illegal to drive with no shoes on?
Yes, I do it.
Oh,
I
I
have
do it all
done
the
that.
time.
Yeah,
I
I
bet
have
it's
done
not in
that.
Florida.
I do it in the summertime. I
No, it
kick
is.
my Berks
So,
off.
so I got two points to this. They're gonna seem tangential, but I don't think they really are. I challenge you to get your child to drink water from a fucking hose.
My kid would.
Yeah,
Okay, but in general, I think it's beneath them now. Like I'm worried for our
water
kids now.
bottles. Everyone has water bottles now. Like I never remember having a water bottle. Now everyone's got.
No, I had
I
a
have a water
hose.
bottle now. Like
I had a hose.
I've got a water bottle. Like I never had a water bottle.
Well, you don't have a hose in the middle of the, school day. I don't know.
No,
That's true.
but the
The
point
water
is
fountain.
like when you were a kid, when we were kids, I dare any of you to say you didn't drink from a hose at one point or another.
I did it
Of
all the
course.
time. Like
Okay, but that's
All the
neighbors'
because
time.
our
houses.
parents locked us out of the house, said, come back when it's dark, and then you got thirsty.
We would go around the
Well, I don't know
neighborhood. Like
Me,
about
we would
my
drink out
parents
of
didn't do that.
neighbors'
Your parents were
hoses.
monsters.
Well,
we
we
don't
would
lock
drink
our
out of
kids out the
neighbors'
house anymore,
hoses.
so I don't know.
But
Yeah.
here's my other thing. And this one I think is very intriguing is we were talking about like the sex bots. I think
Were
not
we?
so much.
Were we talking about
Brought
that?
them up
Were we?
earlier. No, but Jack brought them up earlier, like AI, these
Okay, I don't
sex
remember that.
robots.
Yeah,
That's
AI
cool.
girlfriends, sex robots. That's where we're
Okay.
going.
Okay.
I don't think that we are going to succumb to that as
No,
much as these kids because man, and I
they don't
empathize.
even know how to talk to each other. If they could have an AI girlfriend, that's what they're going to have. AI
Yeah,
therapists, AI
they're
girlfriends.
skipping the line. Like
Yeah.
if we would have had that, if we would have had sex robots when we were teenagers, we would have totally 100%. You mean I can do that and it looks like a girl, feels like a girl, says something that sounds like a girl? We would have been all over it. Maybe not girls. I think girls they have easier access to sex than
They're
guys. I
smart. They're
think
smarter too.
yeah, but guys, we would have been all over it. I guarantee I would have saved up all my
Well, no,
summer.
I don't know.
Zeus would have gone into the woods where there was that, like, all that pornography, and there'd be a sex robot just hanging out there.
And you say that like it's a bad thing.
Yeah, I don't look. I
You'd be
the
like,
porn
shall we
robot
play
in the
a game?
woods. Yeah,
How
the
The
about
porn.
porn robot in the
blowjob?
woods.
Well, they already have sex machines for women, so like
Yeah,
actual sex machines. So,
I
I
don't
mean,
I don't know. I feel like people will. Yeah, there. It's elastic, right? So I mean, isn't there going to be? There already is. Like I'm sure there's people that are like that, but there's also people that are like, yeah, I don't want that. I want something
Well,
real.
and that's also what I was going to get to at this is like for me at this age, sure, sex would be great. I'd love to have it again. But a personal connection is what we have, and that's what the kids now don't. They are in their phones, like my son, and I love him, my oldest, but he treats me like shit. Like anytime I talk to him, it's like, "Meh, meh, 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 meh." It's just like no connection. And I try and try and try, and he's just not succumbing to it. And he's just not connecting. And I really feel like that is the era that he's growing up in. And I'm hoping, and this could be all we're just doing the whole, hey, you long haired hippie with your loud music, get off my lawn. It could be a little bit of that, but I think there is a bit of realism to children to now. And I'm not even talking like 16, I'm talking like 25 and
But
less are disconnected.
but I will
Sure.
caution Zeus. I would caution you on this because one, I know your son, but the thing is, some of what you may, and I don't know, I'm just throwing this out there. Some of what you may be experiencing is the child-parent dynamic.
Yeah,
yeah,
and
I
that's
think
You
you're
that's
don't
what I'm
thinking of
know,
saying.
another.
you don't know
It's the
how he
get
is
off
with
my lawn with
people.
your long hair and your hippie music.
But what I'm saying is he may have connection with people in his life that are friends or whatever.
He's
He may
super popular at school. Yeah, I get
and
that.
Well,
and
then
where he's like very warm and engaged. Like, you don't know. I mean, it's
Plus,
like
he's that age. He's
he's
at that.
that
What is he?
age.
What is he? 16?
Yeah.
Yeah, just turned
I'm
16.
just saying
Yeah, yeah. They go through a phase where they'll pick a parent and they'll just be awful
But
with them.
but also, couldn't that be a mask for something more? I'm not.
no, kids are
Insidious is
assholes.
not the
Kids are
term.
assholes at home because they're around their parents where they can feel like they can be an asshole and it's a good soft landing
And
space. It's
maybe
very
I'm
normal.
deluded.
I
Maybe I'm
think you were
deluded,
very
but I
just you
wasn't an
want your kid to
asshole
love
with my
you and
parents.
well, that was you. I was very much an asshole.
Well, and I'll go even one step
Maybe
further
double
and
asshole.
say
I don't know.
I'll go one step further and say that I respected my parents enough to hide the bad shit that I did.
Or
Does that
maybe
make
that.
sense?
I don't know, but my mom and I used to get in fist fights, dude. So,
That's because you're a badass and you're practically a guy.
well,
You got some guy sensibilities, but and I hope I'm wrong. I hope it is just the get off my lawn with your long hair and your hippie music. I hope that that is I'm just wrong and my perspective is skewed because I'm this old and he's that young and all that. I hope, but I feel like some of this social networking and AI that's just
Bless you.
blazing
Thank you.
so
might be masking some like what we expect from our kids from how we acted is masking a more and I use the term insidious very loosely, but a more problematic situation that could come up. Because I guarantee like again with the sex bots thing, and I know it's a pretty abrasive comment, but I guarantee kids today will be far more inclined to have that and not have to deal with the whole social etiquette and all these other
I
things
don't think
that
so.
we
I
did.
think that kids still that humans are social beings, and so even if you aren't having as much social, you still want that. And honestly, to be honest, like maybe it's not such a bad thing that these kids aren't out there fucking each other whenever they, can. Because
I don't
like,
know. The birth rate's
that's
Yeah.
dropping.
well, we don't
Yeah.
need to be having babies at 15 and 16. That's not what
That's
we need to
right.
Yeah.
do. I mean, really, that's really not what that needs to happen.
And is that
Jen,
really
So
that doesn't really seem to happen as much
that's what I'm
anymore.
saying. That's what I'm saying. Like we don't need it. We really, really, we don't need to do that. It's
Jack,
not
you
safe.
That's
you
It's
interesting,
unsafe.
Desiree. I hadn't even thought about that, but yeah,
So
that
like maybe just it's not really that big of a deal. Like I did, it feels like it is because that's not what we're doing.
And
But
again, it's a perspective thing. We're older and we look at our mistakes and our experiences and apply them to our children who are different than us. They're close to us, but they're different. And I want to, I don't want to get into that. I
let's
wanted to
roll it
ask
back to the
Jack.
topic in a minute.
Yeah, I want to ask Jack on this.
What's up?
So you have kids of varying ages, some in
Y-
college, some still staying at home. I
Yeah.
think from my perspective, when I look at like the Facebook and all that, it seems like Lissa's doing a bang up job with
Oh,
them.
yeah, she is. Totally.
But
Totally.
do you notice a different? Nathan is the youngest, right?
No, Harrison's the youngest.
Harrison's the youngest. The one with the long hair, long curly blonde
Yeah.
lock.
Yeah.
Um, do you see a difference between him and like Jacob?
I mean, I'm really lucky because like I have a good relationship with all four of them. They're all very loving, very together, very smart young men.
They
Like
seem to be
I'm
close too. They seem to
oh, they
like
no,
each
and they're the four of them. It's like a pack. Like they
other.
just look out for each other. Like Jacob is the oldest, and he knows like what issues his brothers have.
that's so
Like
cool.
and he's like I mean he steps in, he does shit that I'm not there to do, and I tell him every time we talk, which is often because Jacob's the oldest and he and I are the tightest. We just are.
I would
Yeah.
love to meet
And
him.
he tells me like this is what's going on. Have you talked to, let's say, Caden lately? I said, yeah, I did. Do you know about this? Yeah, I do. And this is what I told him. And I said, okay, well, just stay on him because he doesn't always talk to me. So he's like a conduit for me to be more hands on with everybody. Like I'm a little more in the loop.
He
Uh, but
probably
but
advises
but he
you.
doesn't. But he doesn't share too much because he's like, you need to talk to him. He goes, I'm
Yeah.
not. You know
That's
what I mean?
awesome.
Yeah, he's
That's
very
very
wise.
healthy.
You
Yeah.
know, we've
He's a wise young man.
we've got an interesting dichotomy here in that I am 55, just turned 55, and I've got a
That's old, man.
16 and fuck you, and a
uh, my yeah, my
and an
youngest is
8 year
16.
old.
I yeah,
And Mike is 1 year younger than me, and he's got a 9 year old, 10 year old.
10.
Yeah,
10.
and then you are actually the youngest of our group as far as when you had your children. Like I still remember, do you remember the video of like I'm asking Jacob where his nose is and then all that and the beautiful connection between those two kids. I don't know
Hmm.
how you did it. It must be mostly Alyssa.
well, yeah. I mean, when I was obviously when I was there and we all lived together, it was both of us. I mean, clearly, but like for Harrison and Nathaniel, like I really consider myself blessed because I do have such a good relationship with them. And I don't know. I'm really lucky. They're just good kids. And I think a big part of what we did was getting them into the marching band in like seventh and eighth grade and having that be and when it wasn't that, it was jazz band or indoor. Like it really put a discipline in them, and it helped them socialize and make friends and have teamwork.
Yeah.
So like I think you had said, Zeus, isn't Ollie playing basketball?
Yeah, and he
That's
doesn't want me to come to
really
his games. It makes
that's
me crazy.
wait,
What?
what makes
He
you
doesn't
crazy?
want me to come to his games.
Oh, tough shit. That's what I would say. I'm going.
Things are stressed, and he
Yeah,
wants his freedom. The high school is right across the street from me. If he needs me, I'm there. Sometimes I'm not there on purpose because I want him to be, you know,
sure. Yeah, you don't want to spoil his if he made the request, I don't want you to come. I don't know, man.
and walk home.
That's just a conversation. I guess I'm sure you've tried. I'm not saying you
He's
haven't, but
I love him. He saved my life. I was going down like a partying, like hardcore, drinking all the time kind of thing. And he really brought me back to the world. And it hurts me a lot. And I sometimes get angry.
So then it's like you're taking, but that's your problem. That's
Right.
not his problem.
I'm well aware of that.
Well, then
But
don't take
but
your
but
problems out on him.
he could give a little. he could.
Well, he's 16. I
I
mean,
know, and
Yeah,
I'm holding out hope that things work out. But I love him with all my heart.
of
And
course.
I think having our younger son so much for like they're like 8 years apart, which is actually the same as me and my sister. Um, I think that affected him because new baby smell. You know what I mean? Like my youngest he's a pisser and he gets cantankerous, but I learned so much from the things that I did wrong with Ollie that I'm doing better with Max. And it sucks that Max gets the benefit of the mistakes of my learning from mistakes with Ollie, but I can't help it. That's just
well, it
how it
is what it
worked out.
is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he'll
Anyway,
that's
the
look.
how it
He'll
topic.
goes.
Yeah, he'll come around, dude. He'll come
I
around.
hope so. I love him. He's an asshole. He's a bag of dicks, but I love him. You know?
Yeah, but I was, like I said, I was like a bag of all the dicks. I don't know. I just bag of all dicks. That was me.
Just a
Dicks and
big
Big ones,
bag of
assholes.
little
dicks.
ones, clipped,
Dicks and assholes.
unclipped.
All of 'em.
Oh
Cut,
man.
uncut. Anyway, back to the topic. So let's talk about
Cut,
that now.
uncut.
So,
All right, yeah,
yeah,
let's
so
get
we
back to
we
the
want to talk
topic.
about some stuff that we do now that's gonna look stupid in 10 years. So,
Yeah.
so for examples, like we said, the telephone, we don't got that anymore. Why would you even have that? That's dumb. Like to have. I mean, unless you have a pacemaker or like
Right.
something like that, like where you have to actually have it. To have it for no fucking reason, stupid. Um, what give me like two other things that we used to do, we don't do no more because it's dumb.
Newspapers.
Okay, it is
Oh
stupid
yeah.
because you can get that on your phone or
Yeah,
just
but I mean, yeah, I used to get, and even not even just having them delivered to your house. I mean, even up until like the late aughts, I used to love going to Dead Freddy's, which was like this dive bar near my house in Baltimore. And on Thursdays, the Baltimore City paper would come out, and I'd go there and I'd like have a couple beers and have lunch, and I would just like read the paper, and they had like all the shows that were coming up, that
mhm.
were listed, and I would like, oh, I want to go see this one or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, that doesn't, now it's like all on your phone, but this was like, it was like paper. Like I would go there to pick up a paper. Like it's so
Hmm.
We used to
ancient
get
now.
like, you remember when you used to get the Thanksgiving Day paper or maybe the day before or whatever, but it had all the Black Friday ads in it. That was
Yeah.
so fun, like just with your family, like looking at the Black Friday ads,
Oh
circling
man.
what you want.
Yeah.
Now they,
So
they
glad
don't
you
even
Yeah.
mentioned
have
that.
ads in the paper.
Yeah.
There's like
How
no.
about this?
Catalogs.
How about
Do they
this? And
even have
Des,
coupons? Paper
Wait. The
coupons?
best. What
Not
about?
really.
We used to have something called TV Guide. I don't know if
Yep.
anybody
Uh-huh.
remembers
Oh
Sure
that.
did.
man.
I
Oh
used to,
man.
Mike, like you said, reading the paper.
Yeah.
I used to go through the whole TV guide
Circle
and
the
like
shit you're gonna watch.
and circle movies that were on late night that I wanted to watch and shit. Oh, it was awesome. I
Yeah.
loved
wait,
it.
I got
But
one
like,
for you.
but hold on, it sucks right now because now you don't have newspapers. How are you gonna wrap your dishes when you move? I don't know. That's just the
Right.
thing that's
That's a
unfortunate.
Yeah,
good
it's a
But
that's a
good
good
hire
point,
point.
Des.
hire a mover. That's what you do.
How about
But
this
anyway,
one though? And this one, Des, you might have been at the tail end of this, but you guys will definitely uh, connect with this one. Sunday morning comics. I didn't care about any other shit in the whole newspaper, but I had to get the funnies.
Oh, of
You know,
course.
like
I
Far
remember them, but I
Side
just
and
didn't think they were that
Garfield
great.
and
Yeah.
what's that?
I said I remember them being in the newspaper, but I never really was
Mark
interested
Trail.
in
I
them.
never understood Mark
Mark
Trail.
Trail was stupid.
Yeah.
Um,
It was
but
from like
but
the 50s.
but it was like something that like it was a weekly tradition. And oh boy, if you had a shitty newspaper delivery guy and they didn't deliver the comics, you were fucking salty.
Well, aren't they in the comment? Aren't they in the whole newspaper?
They used to deliver
Yeah, it depends on the paper boy. Sometimes they didn't want to do it.
in Baltimore, you would get two deliveries on Sunday. You would get the one wrapper that was like the news that was just hit the deadline was like a few hours earlier.
Mm,
And then the second bag was the circulars,
Yep. Coupons.
mm,
the non-sports, non-news pages, the
mm.
comics, all the stuff that was just getting packed in there anyway.
Yeah, I used to love that.
Well,
Yeah.
Hey guys,
they just threw all that shit in together in one
I
hit.
hate to do this. You guys should carry on, but the Patriots is closing.
Oh my
So I
God.
got to get out of here.
Well,
You guys
it's
carry on.
Glad
well,
we
it's
talked
5
about.
to 11. Do we have any other things we want to burn
Well,
through?
we got to do this
We didn't
topic
even talk
another
about the
time.
topic.
Yeah, we got to get back to the
But it was a
topic.
fun conversation.
I
The
don't
one
think
thing I
so.
wanted to say that I think is going to change in the future is Neuralink. And I'm leaning on Rogan, but if we're all able to read minds, I think we're going to be less likely to lie. And if we can pull some hope from anything, I'd like to think that that is something that may happen. As far as like
I think
looking back on what we've got now, cell phones, all these other things. Wouldn't it be great to live in a world where people have to just be honest, harsh, not harsh, loving, caring, just but being just honest because you don't have the choice anymore? It does take away some autonomy, I guess. Like some people like to lie. I don't. In fact, that's usually what gets me in the most trouble. But that is my look for 10 years from now. I think we're not very far, like Neuralink glasses or something where
I
we're
think
able
I
to.
think these are going to be gone in 20 years. I don't think
Oh, I
anyone's
hope
going to be
so.
wearing glasses because they're
No,
going to
because I
have
wear
this
contacts.
surgery.
No,
Yeah, contacts or
But how are we
surgery.
going to look cool?
you don't have four eyes.
You look
I
cool like
think Four Eyes look
this.
smart. That's just
This is
me.
I think it makes you
cool.
look like you didn't put contacts in. So
I think you have funny eyelashes.
and now I do. Right now, it's probably gonna look dumb in 10 years.
All right,
Well,
Well,
guys, I'm
guys,
goodbye.
I
All
think we've
right.
been on for a while because Zeus is getting thrown out of his location. So we're going to sign
Yeah,
off. We'll
maybe
see
we'll
y'all
actually
next
talk
week.
about this topic next
Yeah,
week.
we're going to
I think
actually
we
do this
we sort
topic.
of did.
No, we didn't. We didn't have
Kind of.
nothing
We
on my
didn't even
list.
get into it. No,
It was a
Yeah.
fun conversation, though. Either way.
it was.
Mhm.
All right, later, people. We'll see you next week.
Take
Bye.
All
care.
right.
Bye bye.
Bye,
See
guys.
you.
Don't be so mean to your hair.
Damage caused by everyday styling soon adds up.
Get out.
VO5 hot oil penetrates and conditions your hair deep down. For daily damage, get the weekly repair VO5 hot oil.